Welcome to the Leverage Show. Get more from your business and your life. So I'm a huge Jason Bourne fan. I love the Jason Bourne series of movies. Even the one that didn't include Matt Damon I thought was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but I definitely really liked them. Now, I have not had a chance to see the newest release, and I'm really anxious to get out and see it. So if you've seen it, if you have thoughts about it, would love to hear what you think, but please don't spoil the plot because I'm going to go out and see it really, really soon. So I thought today I would share with you 4 business lessons that you can learn from Jason Bourne. Now, I know it sounds funny because you've got some, killer assassin who can teach you something about business, but the reality of it is, we can grab business lessons really from anywhere. If we keep our mind open and we're sort of taking advantage of understanding different points of view and looking at different perspectives for the things that we're exposed to, there's a lot that we can learn from a lot of different people and a lot of different sources. And so I thought I'd share a couple of those things with you because I think they translate really well and they actually will make a big difference for you in business. So the first lesson is that your will, probably more than anything else, will determine your success or lack thereof in business. No matter who you are or what your circumstances are, your industry, your interests, your skills, all of these other things, they're going to come into play in terms of your ability to build a profitable business. But no matter who you are or what your situation is, you're going to run into a lot of roadblocks. You're going to run into problems. You're going to run into things that are going to make you second guess whether or not you should be in business, whether or not you should just take the easier route. You're going to look around and you're going to see friends and colleagues and people that you've known for years working a regular job or whatever, and they're wildly successful on the surface, and you're struggling. And you're going to say, well, geez, if I had just done that. And there are going to be a lot of things that test your will. There really are. So your ability to sort of break through all that stuff and just be determined and commit to the idea that I don't care what this takes. I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. And, that's what Jason does all the time. He's stacked up against incredible odds, but his desire, his will to get to the bottom of his situation and understand who he is, how he got to where he is, and how he's become what he's become, drive him. And that will, he just refuses to quit. He refuses to give up, no matter how many times he's threatened or attacked or has people sent after him or people around him that are, killed or hurt because of it. His singular will is what allows him to continue to push through and get the answers that he wants. And that's a great lesson that we can take and apply to our businesses. Now, a second thing is a singular focus can also be the difference between success and failure. The ability to sort of tune out all the distractions. For Jason, he's got lots of different things going on at one time. But his survival instinct to understand what the current situation is and be hyper-focused on what he needs to do right now. And that's it. He's not worried about tomorrow. He's not worried about going to get this other guy or how he's going to handle this later or what he's going to do with that or, a love interest he has over here. He's worried about getting through the current problem that he's facing. And he has a singular focus on that. And he works through it, and then when he's done, he looks for the next singular focus. And in business, we need to do exactly the same thing. There isn't going to be a shortage of distractions. There isn't going to be a day where all of a sudden the clouds part and the sky is clear and we have an empty desk with one task to do today. That's not a reality. We're business owners. We're entrepreneurs. We're going to have a ton of stuff coming across our desk. It goes with the territory. It's part of the package. And so we need to be able to have that internal self-control so we can have that singular focus on our most important, highest priority, highest leverage activity and power through that until it's done. So if it's a new marketing campaign or a new product launch, it doesn't matter what other distractions. If that's the thing that strategically and financially is going to bring you further ahead, that's what you need to focus on. And that's what you need to make sure you get done. And the rest of the stuff, whether it's more fun or feels more urgent or pressing, needs to be put to the back burner and attended to later when you have time and energy to be able to do that. The third lesson that we can learn from Jason Bourne is to develop world-class skills in your key areas, or at least try like heck to do it. Maybe you can't get to world-class level, but in the key areas for your business, for the things that you bring to your business, most importantly, your business may do 100 different things. But if you are responsible for A, B, C, and D, in those 4 skill areas, you need to make sure that you're constantly learning, growing, and improving your skills. If you are going to write the ad copy, it isn't enough to be a good copywriter. You've got to be an excellent copywriter because your business is depending on that. Now, if that's something you hire out, so be it. But then whatever skills you are going to do, if you're going to be the relationship builder, then you need to be a world-class, top-notch relationship builder. You need to study the topic, learn from experts, watch what other people do, and continue to grow your skill set and evolve yourself personally. Because as you do that, your business is going to evolve as well. For Jason, obviously he went through this whatever crazy boot camp thing, and he developed these crazy good skills in a lot of areas. Now, obviously, it's not realistic. He has superhuman level skills in so many functional areas. He's an expert car race driver, an expert motorcyclist. He can fly planes. He knows explosives. He can do, weapons, hand-to-hand combat, reconnaissance. His ability to do all of these different things is obviously ridiculous, but that's what makes it compelling. But as business owners, we're not looking to be an expert at everything. That's actually a recipe for failure. What we're looking to do is identify those few key areas that we're going to do for our business, become an expert in those areas, and outsource or delegate all the rest of it. That is the way to get things done and to really achieve extraordinary results. And then the fourth thing that I think Jason Bourne teaches us about business that's very applicable, especially in today's economy and today's day and age, where the world has become much smaller. We're in a global economy now, is adaptability is vital for survival. He's constantly put in unusual and difficult circumstances, and he constantly needs to use his surroundings, use his skills, use his mind to adapt to his situation, to adapt to his surroundings. Whether he's got a team of people coming after him and he's way out, on a desert beach somewhere, or whether he's in, downtown in a major city, he's got people after him and he has to constantly adapt to his surroundings and to new threats and to all of those situations. And business is really no different. Just when you think you've arrived and you're at the mountaintop, all of a sudden there'll be some disruptive technology, or there'll be some regulatory reform, or there'll be some economic situation, or there'll be a competitor that comes into the marketplace. It's easier than it's ever been to start a new business now. And you can develop a disruptive technology and unseat an industry veteran very quickly and very easily in some cases. So you can never get complacent, and you always have to be willing to adapt to your situation, to your surroundings, to your industry, and to your to your current competitive situation, your competitors and everything else. So awareness goes along with that adaptability, identifying what is going on, what your opportunities and your threats are, what your strengths and your weaknesses are, and then using the things that you can to your advantage and minimizing things that are your vulnerabilities. And that is a key skill for any business owner. I can tell you that in the last 10 years, I've been in the same industry. I have completely reinvented my business and my business model no less than 3 times in 10 years. My business today looks 180 degrees different than it did way back. I'm much leaner. I have a much smaller staff. Most of my products are completely digital. They are, software as a service based platforms. Back then it was labor intensive. It was done for you services. I had a lot of other people working for me. The whole business model was different. Even the way we took payments and processed payments, and our whole business process has changed. And it wasn't just from there to here. It changed intermediately 2 different times over those years. The price points of our products, the kinds of things we're developing, all of that completely different. Stuff I was selling 10 years ago, I couldn't even sell now. I'd have to give it away for free because there's no value in it. So be adaptable. It's a key trait to have in order to achieve long-term success. And those are 4 really cool business lessons we can learn from the really cool Jason Bourne. Now remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have a question, post it at leverageshow.com so I can answer it for you on a future episode. And until next time, make it happen.